Welcome back to another video, and in this video I will show you how to create a responsive grid. Let me show you what I have done here. I've just created an HTML file here, home.html, and inside it I've just added a div here. You can see just only a div, and inside the div I have some paragraph. So here you can see I have added 5 paragraphs. So I have done some CSS, basic CSS for it. For the div I have set a background color gray and text color is white, and for the paragraph I have added padding of 20 pixel and then border 1 pixel solid red. So if I open it in a browser, you can see the result. So here you can see I have 5 paragraph. So I will show you how you can use them as grid, and that should be in responsive way. Basically why we use grid. So I want to show them in column wise. Let's say first 3 in a row and then the last 2 in the second row. So to do this, let me go to the code editor here, and in the div section, so we will do it for the div, right? Because we want our div to act like grid. So here I have to say display grid, and now we can access some properties for the grid, and that is, let's say, justify content center. And here now if I refresh, nothing has happened, right? So we have to say here that grid template columns, and here I will say, let's say how many columns actually I want. So let's say I want 5 column, right? All of them in a row. So I have to say here the 5 column. So I have to give here the width actually for the columns. So let's say 100 pixel, and I have to set it for the 5 times. Let's say I want 2 column. So I have just write here 100 pixel and 100 pixel. If I go to the browser and refresh, now you can see they are divided in 2 column. And here you can see all of them. And let's say I want to increase the pixel size, let's say 300, and this one is also 300, and let's say I want 3 column in the first row. So yeah, I will say 300 pixel 3 times, right? If I refresh, now you can see our paragraph width is now 300 pixel, and now in the first row we have 3 column, and as we have 5 paragraphs, so they divided in 2 column, 2 row. In the first row we have 3 column because we mentioned here that we need 3 column of 300 pixel, and by default in the second row they have added more 2 columns. So let's say I want to add 10 column, let's say. So I have to write like this for 10 times. So 300 pixel and then one more 300 pixel, right? And like 10 times, or let's say for 100 times, then we have to write it for the 100 times. So actually we don't need to do this because we have a function for this, and that is repeat function. So inside repeat function you can see we have 2 parameter. In the first parameter you just have to mention that how many columns actually you want, and the second one is 1 fraction. So this is for responsive purpose. I will explain everything. Just for now I will say here 300 pixel, and here I have said that I need 3 column in per row, right? So in a row I need 3 column, and then the column width should be 300 pixel. Okay, now if I go to the browser, if I refresh, now you can see same result, right? Okay, so here if I go to the inspect option, here you can see everything is okay, but when I change the dimension, you can see we have 3 column, but in the left column and the right column the text is not appearing fully because this is not responsive, right? So to responsive it, we just have to say here 1 fraction value. So fraction value actually works for the responsive design. If I go to the browser and go to the inspect option here, now you can see is responsive also, right? Here you can see we have 3 column and it is also responsive. But let's say when I change the dimension, let's say from the desktop to tablet or mobile, for the mobile screen, let's say I want for 1 column for the mobile screen, and if I increase the dimension from mobile to tablet, then it will be 2 column, and then for the desktop it will be 3 and 4 and so on. I don't need to fix the column. Let's say I don't want to fix the column, and it will automatically increase column and decrease the column. When it goes to mobile view, that time it column should be 1, and then for the tablet it should be 2 or 3, I mean according to the size, right? It will add more column in the right, or maybe if the dimension is decreasing, then maybe it will decrease the column from the from the row, right? So to do this, you just have to go to the code editor here, and you just have to say here auto field, and that's it. Now if I refresh, now you can see, if you are in the mobile dimension, mobile resolution or mobile screen, then you can see it is in one column, right? But the problem is when you are in desktop screen also, it also has only one column, only because we have said here auto fit, but our fraction is, our width is set in one fraction, so it will take the whole width and it will change the dimension, but it will not change the column option, or what can I say, it will not add more column or anything. It will just take more space, and it will fixed it content inside it as full screen. So if you want to solve this, right, if let's say when you just increase your screen, that time this column would be added in the right side, and maybe multiple columns, 2 or more columns. And for the mobile, let's say you have only one column, and for the tablet you have 2 column, and for the laptop 3 column, and for the desktop you should have 5 column, right? So if you want to do like this, you just have to say here a function, and that function name is min max. So min max works like it should have a minimum value and should have a maximum value. So yeah, we'll set 2 parameters here, and for the first parameter, let's say when we will say that at least we need 300 pixel. If we will set here that 300 pixel, if the screen is increasing, then it will add every column by setting a minimum width of 300 pixel. If the screen size is for the mobile size or mobile dimension, then the fraction value will be 1 fraction. It will take, or it will allocate the whole space. Okay, when it increase the dimension, from mobile screen to tablet or any other bigger screen, that time it will increase by 300 pixel, right? It will added every column in the right side in the as width of 300 pixel. So this is how you can select it. And now if I save it and go to the browser, now refresh, and here you can see we have added it, right? And when we increase the dimension, the screen size or resolution, it will add more and more column, and when you decrease it, it will divided all the column by 300 pixel. Here we have set 300 pixel, and then it will try to allocate, or it will try to keep all the column. But when, let's say here we have 1460 pixel, right? So it will divide by 300, and let's say now 1083. If I go to the calculator here, 1083 divided by, we have set with 300, and then you can see it will take 3 column. And when we go down, and now for 840, let's say if I divide it 840 by 300 pixel, then it will take 2 column, right? So yeah, so it will work like this. And when we decrease more, then it will go for the max, right? And then it will go for the maximum value, that is 1 fraction. It means it will take the whole width, right? But when it dimension is increasing, that time it will select the dimension, and it will divide it the dimension according to its width, and it will divide the column. So this is how you can create responsive grid. So thanks for watching this video. I hope this video is helpful for you, and if so, then make sure to give a like and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.